it's been a while since I actually recorded an update. I've just uploaded two that I actually forgot to upload. I edited them, saved them, and then didn't upload them for some reason. Anyway, there's been a lot of progress in the back room. Front room is still a complete disaster, but that's because I am making space back here. I don't know if you can tell from the acoustics, but it's more open now. So, you may not remember, but this cabinet here was over there, and that was here. I switched the spots, so they're, yeah. So now I can actually get to things. So, sacrilege. I keep, a lot of my electronics parts are organized into type cases, mainly because I have a lot more type cases than I anticipate fonts I will own. So all my, I'm old-fashioned electronics guy. Look at that, it's all through wall. Yeah, so those are all my electronics bits, and then there's some actual type in here too. This is some of that type that I was given, and I sorted into type cases. I don't know. Oh. Yeah, I've done a couple. So anyway, I can actually get to this now, and I've deliberately put it here, right by the door, to stop me from putting anything in front of it, because stuff in front of drawers is a bad habit of mine. It's really annoying. So I put the type saw here. One teletype. I have a, oh, it's not here. I have a drawing. I have a simulation. I have a 3D, I have a 3D model of this space. And anytime I plan what I'm going to do, I actually do it in that model first. So I know if things are going to fit, because things are very heavy and I don't like to trial and error them to fit. So in my model, the two teletypes fit here, but I have a bunch of magazines still. I'll be giving hopefully a bunch of them away with that Model 8, because he has none and he'll need some. So I'm more than willing to share, but I sorted out what I do have, and so most of this stack down here are empty. I think these 4 have fonts, those 3, and those 7 up there actually have mats in them. The rest are empty. So we got a bunch of empty magazines that can be shuffled around. So those brass monsters. Anyway, finally got my magazines in one spot. They've been spread around for a while. There's my roller box up on top. This is here just until I have room up front organized. It's easier to shove it out of the way back here. I can actually get to my press and start piecing that back together with my, this pinion shaft here. It was manufactured by A-Bomb 79 himself. Well, the shaft there, that one. I think I mentioned that because I think, geez, I don't know. I did a video of, I can't remember. The Model 31 hasn't moved an inch. The Model 33, I can't remember. Yeah, that was moved in the last video, I think. Yeah, it was. And then a bunch of stuff piled here. But the intention is to get another one of these. These are kind of a handy dealio that they're selling at the Orange store. They sell them in pieces, so you can buy the uprights or the shelves. So I am planning on buying, this is a 3-foot by 16 inch. I'm going to buy a 4-foot by 16 and add it to that section. It brings it to, I don't know, there. So, and then all this stuff go on that shelf and off the floor, which will be great. The batteries and the glass blocks, I don't know about those. The batteries, of course, belong to this. This is my phone system, which is great because now I can get to both sides of it once that teletype moves to where it belongs over yonder. I'm going to put some light up top, so I have better lighting here because it's kind of dingy. It's just the unfortunate nature of this thing that the selectors are always on the wrong side of it. They're never where they're easy to see from the room for some reason. Even when I had it in storage, it's just this thing, the box that holds the terminal strips, is just I guess on the wrong side. And then the iMac is stuffed there. That's just my Garage Tunes computer and data sheet reader. It used to be, I don't know if you remember, it was clamped to the side of that using that wooden thing. Right now it's there just so I can still use it. What else? Oh, the deer broke. I think I remember mentioning that. So he's been fixed and reattached, and now he's much more sturdy than before. This is a drafting arm that's just hanging out here. It's always been something I'm always tripping over. And all my test gear is back where it belongs, which is handy. Oh, I actually upgraded my Wi-Fi in here. I actually have Wi-Fi now, conveniently clamped to a shelf. Before, there was barely any service. What else? Hung up some phones. A lot of this stuff is just temporary, just to get out of the way so I don't break things. And some junk that needs sorting, payphone. But most importantly is the space. So much space. I know it doesn't look like much. Maybe it does. I don't know. The garbage can goes to the front. These magazine frames are for a Model 31 that I'm gonna strip them for parts. I might just heave-ho the cast iron frame. I didn't even realize I bought these accidentally when I bought the magazines. These came along with them, and when the guy unloaded the magazines, he said, "Oh, and you bought these too." So I don't know. You robbed a bunch of the springs out of this one for the Model 8. A whole bunch were missing, so they've served a useful purpose already. So where was I? Right. What I've freed up here is probably around 100 square feet of floor space, which, considering my entire garage is 400 square feet, 400? Yeah, and each of these rooms is 200-ish. That's a lot of space, because there's been times when I couldn't walk through here. So, pretty happy with that. It was never the plan to have 3 Linotypes. I just couldn't turn down this Model 33, and it sat in my driveway for a long time while I procrastinated about moving it. But it needs to be saved. They're still getting scrapped. I think it's everything. It's everything of interest. Let's see if I can step back. Oh, that's cold. I just noticed. No, never mind. So, I might do one more update as I get those shelves in, a bunch of this junk cleaned out, and get this room organized so that people can see that I am capable of not making messes. And then the new owner of that Linotype will be coming along fairly soon-ish, the end of this month. And I might do some video of that thing getting loaded up. I think he's rented a forklift, which should make it fairly quick and easy and painless. Yeah. That's it for this update. See you on the next one. Oh, I just remembered, I think the last video, number 8, at the end, I was talking about moving this lathe. It has been moved, and I was talking about taking that thing off the wall. It has been taken off the wall, and it's all sitting very temporarily up on, I wouldn't call it a skid, but there's one of these little assemblies under each end, so I can get the pallet jack under this thing and move it. That's how I got it in here. Look at this thing. Start. Stop. Yeah, so I moved that. Shoved the Micronova underneath it for now. A couple of Macs on top of the Micronova. Yeah, it's a mess. But once that's moved out, this chair, I gotta find a home in the back for it. That chair goes under one of the Linotypes. These bins need to be sorted and disposed of. Oh, look at the floor. I've just been literally throwing things in here because it's summer and doing summery stuff like camping and things. So that's why there's tarps and ratchet straps and outdoor stuff. So the extension cord, anyway. Fishing rods. All right, that's enough.